Hello, it's Mr. Johnson with geometry class for our asynchronous day this week. And today we're going to do GeoGebra, get back to GeoGebra. So I hope you have a computer, your Chromebook, and you remember some of the features of GeoGebra. And we're going to make our quadrilaterals, right? Making quadrilaterals. And so time to switch right over and go to our GeoGebra. So GeoGebra Classic, make sure you go to the Classic version. And I'm going to show you how to make these, and then you guys can make them yourself, and you can pause the video and open another window, open your own GeoGebra, and try to copy what I'm doing. See if it works for you. So this is a rhombus, right? A squish square, like here's a square, and we squish it. And if you want to pause the video right now and try it yourself, that would be a great thing to do, to see if you can make this yourself. And then test it to make sure the distances or lengths of each side is exactly congruent. We could also test to see if the diagonals are perpendicular. So go ahead and put in your your diagonals. And let's see how we construct this. All right. First thing that I would suggest you would do to do this is to draw two lines. So we're going to put in a line and start from diagonals. Remember, the diagonals are really powerful. So most of these I would start with diagonals, and we know that they're going to be perpendicular, so I'll do a perpendicular line. And it doesn't really matter where it is. And then I'm going to draw in one length, one side that we're going to really just copy all the way around. So put a point in out here, and if we can copy that length from there to here all the way around, then we're going to have our rhombus. So let's go to a compass and go ahead and put this as the radius, and we can plug it in here, and we could also plug in that same radius and plug it in here. And now identify those points of intersection, one up here. And let's be careful here. I might have to modify it just to make sure I can see it. Right? Which one do we want? We want to find this point right there. And then I think we can draw in our sides. Let's see if it works. So from here to here, here to here, here to here, and there. And to hide things, go into Show Hide Object, and we'll hide a lot of different things, the lines and the midpoint and the circles. And I could have hidden those points up there, but that looks like we have a rhombus. Okay? Let's go over and do a kite. Again, starting with the diagonals. So I want to just make this a segment, I guess, and then do perpendicular. Well, let's put a point in somewhere. Doesn't need to be in the middle, right, for a kite, and do a perpendicular line from here and there. Now we want to be equidistant out. I'll just do a circle here and go out from here to some distance. Identify the other side. And now we can draw in our sides from here to there and there. And we have our kite. Test it, see if it works, right? Again, you can hide things. If you don't want to see them, show hide objects, hide the circles, hide the diagonals, and then test it. Very cool. Okay, that looks like it is a kite. All right, moving along. Let's do the rectangle. Rectangle, diagonals, right? So let's start with one diagonal. Let's find the midpoint. It needs to be equidistant, so I'm going to draw this circle from here to there. Draw a line. Maybe I'll put a point out here somewhere. Wait, is that correct? equidistant, so it needs to be the same distance. Well, this point out here is the same distance. Let's draw the line from there to find the opposite point. And then I think we can draw in our sides. Let's draw one. Segment, 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 segment. And this reiterates what we've talked about. Let's hide the other stuff now. Hide the circle, hide the diagonals, hide the point. Let's see. Is it a rectangle? It looks like a rectangle. And what's cool is I did all that construction with just diagonals, and we can confirm that this is a right angle here. Let's just double check that. 1, 2, we know it's going to work, isn't it? Definitely a right angle. All right, good construction, rectangle. Oh, we didn't do parallelogram, we'll come back to that. Let's do the square next. Square is actually really pretty fast. Start by drawing a circle of any radius, right? And then let's draw a couple perpendicular lines. First a line from here to there, and then a perpendicular line, right? Do we remember that the diagonals are perpendicular, right? And we are done. Just draw that in a square. And let's just hide some things. Lots of things going on now, aren't they? Hide the diagonals and the circle. And let's see what we have. Cool, we have a square. Last one. Last one to do. Parallelogram. Parallelogram. Let's draw one of the diagonals so it looks like this. Right? Let's find the midpoint because diagonals bisect each other. Midpoint. Let's just draw a line off of that. Any line, right? And it needs to be a midpoint, so we're going to draw a circle from here somewhere, and then find the other point down on this side, right? If this is the diameter and that's the center, and then they're equidistant, let's hide. And now, well, I can hide this point here too. Just draw in the other two segments. I don't know why this diagonal's still here. Let's see if it works. Does it look like a parallelogram? And it does. Very cool. So those are our constructions that I wanted you to do. Please work on it. Save it to your Google Drive so I can see that GBB file. That's the GeoGebra file. If you have any questions, be in touch with me. Hope this is kind of fun for you guys to give a try. Talk to you later. Bye.